afternoon, everyone. Welcome to today's webinar organized by Chamber for Advancement of Small and Medium Businesses. I request everyone to please stay on mute. I'll give a short introduction and then we'll start the session. We'll have a short Q&A at the end of the session, so you can unmute and ask your questions. Just a minute. Chamber for Advancement of Small and Medium Businesses was founded in 2020. Can you see my screen?
Yes, we can.
Yeah. So our mission is to work closely with all the stakeholders for advancement of small, medium and micro businesses to make MSMEs more resilient and make them stronger backbone of Indian economy. I think there's some issue. Our objectives are to work extensively for advancement and growth of micro, small, and medium businesses, represent MSME sector in various forums, empower farmers to become entrepreneurs, convergence of academic research, advanced technology, government schemes and policies to benefit the SMEs, assist SMEs in developing product to cater to global markets, capacity building through trainings and development, study tools, knowledge enhancement, strategic tie-ups, organize and participate in exhibitions. We are blessed with a great advisory board. Professor Smita Lele ma'am, Emeritus Professor ICT Mumbai, Dr. Prakash Kondekar, Dr. KD Kamble, Professor Pramod Raghav. Our core committee consists of Dr. Prabodh Harde, who is chairman, Mr. Nilesh Lele, founding president, Mr. Umesh Kamble, secretary general and convener in all the states. Some of our initiatives, knowledge series, where we conduct webinars on various topics. Already 100 webinars are uploaded on our YouTube channel. 10,000 plus people have attended live and we have 10,000 plus views on YouTube. You can check our YouTube channel. We'll drop the link in chat box. Startup Buddy program, where we help to build a network within professionals. For signing up for the same, startups can collaborate with various service providers. Food Tech Pathshala, which is a skill-based e-learning platform. Technology transfer, where we collaborate with technology innovators, initiate and handhold to do the technology transfer. We have a quarterly magazine, Purna Brahma, which will be, the next issue will be launched recently on 13th January. For forward linkages, every month Chamber organizes a bioseller meet. This initiative is also supported by various government agencies. Government and foreign agency connects to work closely with Indian ministry agencies, foreign embassies and consulate. Study tour and exhibitions. We have arranged online study tours, factory visits, also offline. Women's cell, where a special cell has been created to handhold women entrepreneurs and various established women entrepreneurs to guide young women entrepreneurs. Our ongoing work is entrepreneurship development program in collaborative with banks, colleges, universities, student internship and trainings and recruitments, training programs for SHG associated with VSTF, MCDC, MSAMB, e-learning portal, Food Tech Pathshala. Our achievements so far, we have around 250 plus food startups which are part of our ecosystem, either through mentorship or startup buddy program. 15 startups have already pitched their ideas to investors and are in advanced stages for getting funded. Through Bioseller Meet, we envision large businesses to happen. Technology transfers in fruit and vegetable processing, turmeric processing, dehydration, winery are in works between technology providers and startups. I encourage everyone to take a membership. It's as low as 2,500. And if you want lifetime membership, it's 25,000. Some member benefits, events, initiatives by partners. So webinars, virtual meets, live events hosted by Chamber, supported by partner. You can be a part of it. It will be either free or subsidized for the members. You can use our Mumbai office for your meetings if you don't have your presence in Mumbai. Some past events, we held a conference with MSME which was at Anutech Exhibition, Mumbai. It was conducted by Shri Praful Umri, Assistant Director, MSME Development and Facilitation Office, Mumbai. Next was for Anufood Conference, which was conducted by Quality Council of India, Dr. Manish Pandey, Director and Head of PAD Division, and Ms. Varsha Mishra, Deputy Director. FIHI Bangalore, where 6 startups we conducted a pitching event. The 6 startups had pitched to investors. CSMB and USEC seminar on soy food uses and business opportunities. Z certification program, which was conducted in Mumbai and Pune, again with the MSME. A pitch to folk event, which happened in Dubai, where members of CSMB had pitched to investors, attended this program in Dubai. Some upcoming events are bringing back millets to the table, which will be happening on 13 January. If you want to attend, it's in ICT Mumbai. You can contact Project. Same event will have launch of Purna Brahma magazine, year 3, volume 1. You can, if you want to attend, you can connect with Prajakta. Strategies to gain and retain customers. This is an event in collaboration with US Consulate. So this is both online and offline. Offline, if you want to attend, it's in Dosti House, BKC, Mumbai. You can drop an email on csmb21@gmail.com. And our next webinar will be Char Pe Charcha, how to protect your intellectual property, a very important topic. For the same, you can connect to this number or again connect to Project Academy. This is a quarterly magazine subscription. If you want the magazine at your doorsteps, you can subscribe to the same or become a member. So you can follow us on social media platforms for upcoming events and subscribe to our YouTube channel. We have all these sessions recorded, past sessions, and you can also get to know our future events. Thank you so much. You can connect to us if you have any doubts or even for membership or subscription. I invite Anjali to give an introduction of our speaker.
Thank you, ma'am. Manoj Tripathi sir is here with us. He is a versatile and adept professional, possessing more than 15+ years of experience in marketing, management, business development, public diplomacy, and corporate communication. He is currently designated as a senior scientist in the Institute of Microbial Technology, which is one of India's premier CSIR laboratories based out of Chandigarh. He is responsible for furthering the business development and media communication initiatives at his institute. He is a result-oriented professional with demonstrated success in building strategic alliances, exploring new markets, interacting with media and stakeholder management to achieve optimum and timely results for the organization. We welcome you, sir, in today's session.
Thank you so much for that introduction, and I must compliment Dr. Nilesh Nele and the Chamber for Advancement of Small and Medium Businesses for doing this fantastic work which the speaker just shared. And I believe that with these sessions, it will be an ongoing exercise and it will definitely help the MSME sector. So, and I also take this opportunity of welcoming my fellow colleagues, Dr. Anirban Rai Chaudhary, who is designated as a Senior Principal Scientist in CSIR MTech, and Dr. Venkat Ramanna, Senior Scientist CSIR MTech, who are also attendees to this event. So thank you both, and thank you, Dr. Nilesh Lele, for giving me this opportunity. And let me just share my screen and then we can go ahead. So are you able to see my...
Yes, yes, sir. Perfect.
Yes, yes. So So before I begin, the idea of this presentation is to, take our technologies, take our service portfolios from the laboratories to a much larger audience and to a relevant audience of, Chamber for Advancement of Small and Medium Businesses, because we don't want that things that we do in this laboratory should stay over here. We want that whatever we do should be projected to the outside world. And so with these things in mind, the objective of this today's session is to give you a glimpse of what CSIR Institute of Microbial Technology, which we call as IMTech, presently does, what is its mandate, what are the things that we are planning to do, what are the things where we can complement each other. So that's the overview of giving you of CSIR IMTech. So the title of my talk is From Petri Plate to Pilot Plant and to Market. So probably, we believe that the end result has to be the commercialization. It doesn't need to stay in the lab, and therefore all our efforts, all our R&D efforts are directed towards making a project or making a translational thing come out in the market. So with that objective, I'll start. So, we are affiliated to a CSIR, Council for Scientific and Industrial Research, based out of New Delhi, and we are a constituent laboratory under CSIR. CSIR is an autonomous organization with Prime Minister of India as its president. And let me tell you, I take this opportunity of informing you that CSIR was established at least 5 years before independence, and there were 4 laboratories which were established before 1947. So, that's why we say that CSIR is a premier science and technology organization in India and has been established in 1942 prior to independence. So when India is celebrating its 75 years of existence, CSIR is celebrating its 80 years of its existence. So it's a much older organization. It's spanned out throughout the country, and we take pride that Prime Minister of India, Shri Narendra Modi, is the president of CSIR. Dr. Jitendra Singh who is the Minister for Science and Technology, is the Vice President for CSIR. And we have in the history of 80 years of CSIR, we have the first Women Director General, Dr. N. Kalai Selvi, as the Director General of CSIR and Secretary DSIR. Under DSIR, there are 4 bodies, which are 4 public sector enterprises. One is definitely the CSIR, under which there are 37 laboratories. The second is NRDC, which is the National Research Development Corporation, which also has the objective to see that the technologies are transferred to industries, they are commercialized, and CSIR becomes self-sustainable. Then there is a CEL, Central Electronics Limited, and then the 4th is Consultancy Development Center. So this is in broad, this is the structure, because we derive our powers from CSIR. So this is the, as I was telling you, that the CSIR labs are spread across length and breadth of the country. And there are 37 laboratories under different 8 theme areas: the agri, nutrition, biotech, aerospace, electronics, instrumentation and strategic sector, the civil infrastructure and engineering theme. We have the chemicals theme. We have the ecology, environment, earth and ocean sciences theme. We have the energy theme. We have the healthcare theme. And the final 8th theme is mining, minerals, metals and materials, which we call as 4M theme. So these labs which you see, which are spread out across India, are classified into various themes, and under various themes these labs are working. So we at CSIR IMTech come under the healthcare theme. The left side, which you see the new logo of CSIR India, the innovation engine of India, which was recently launched by the Honorable Minister in December 2022 in New Delhi. This is the new mantra, that the CSIR has to be the innovation engine of India, Bharat ka Navachar engine. So with that concept in mind, the labs are also reorienting and are ready to help out the industry in whatever way they can. Now, CSIR, as I said, its contributions to Indian science and technology has been immense. The vision of CSIR is to pursue science which strives for global impact, technology that enables innovation-driven industry, and nurture transdisciplinary leadership which catalyzes economic development for people of India. So, CSIR basically, has 4 objectives. One is to deliver the public goods. The second is the societal goods. The third is the private goods. And 4th is the strategic good. Now, under the public good, it's all human resource development of scientists, technical officers, staff, students, building up the S&T infrastructure, which is so critical for setting up and improving the R&D ecosystem in the country, bringing out publications, promoting the innovation ecosystem, building capacity for new technologies. Under the societal good, we are responsible for developing the rural technologies, where the private sector is usually lacking. We also promote frugal innovation. Then, as per this audience, we promotion of MSMEs in areas of water, affordable housing, agri-tech, floriculture, bamboo, mango, vitrified tiles, ceramics, and brass. And when we come to the private goods, it's basically dealing with the industries. How can we handhold the industries, which is so important and core to the vision and mission of CSIR. So we have a lot of licensing of the patents, technologies, and knowledge base to industry in areas of drugs and pharma, specialty chemicals, leather, petroleum. Name the sector, and one or other CSIR lab is engaged in handholding the industry. And then with the strategic sector, we have partnerships with DRDO, ISRO, Department of Atomic Energy, Navy, Air Force, towards providing technological solutions such as Drishti, Dhwani, radiation shielding glasses and materials, microelectronics and microwave MEMS and sensors. So this is, before I start on MTech, I wanted to give you a brief glimpse of what CSIR as a whole does, because not everything that you desire MTech might be doing. So CSIR is a much larger organization, and probably we can also help you in connecting with other labs who deal with your domain areas or with your unmet needs. We also play a major role in maintaining standards and regulations in India, and we take pride in that. The National Measurement Standards is maintained by our lab in New Delhi, NPL, the Traditional Knowledge Digital Library. So all your curcumin and other things which are part of the the traditional knowledge system are maintained by TKDL. We have at MTech Chandigarh, we have the Microbial type collection and gene bank, which is a recognized culture collection by International Depository Authority. Then for the food industry, we have national legislations for occupational safety and toxicology. Of chemical, plastic and craft simulators, we have NAL, and health monitoring and rehabilitation of heritage structures, we have CBRI, and then environmental impact assessment and environment management plan. This is a laboratory based out of Maharashtra, Niri Nagpur, and then batteries testing is CSIR Kalaikudi. So these are some of the major regulations that our labs try to maintain. Now, coming back to CSIR MTech, we are a 39-year-old laboratory. We were established in 1984, and probably we take pride that we are the youngest of the CSIR laboratories, because post 1984, there have been units, but not a full-fledged laboratory. So we are the youngest laboratories amongst the CSIR system. And we deal in 5 main areas, that is the molecular microbiology, infectious disease, microbial type culture collection, biochemical engineering and fermentation, bioinformatics, and big data analytics. And our vision is to create translational ecosystems strengthened by fundamental discoveries, because we believe that both these translational ecosystem as well as fundamental discoveries feed on one another. And our mission is to address unmet healthcare and industrial needs with state-of-the-art processes and platforms. So, addressing the industry needs, unmet needs of the industry is the core of what we do. And our scientists have built strong peer credibility, both in basic and application-oriented thematic areas. And that's how we are proceeding. And how do we do this? This is not possible without having an effective human resource, effective infrastructure. We have around 50 scientists, at various levels engaged in various areas of molecular biology and biotechnology. We are ably assisted by the administration staff, by the technical staff, and the heart and core of our institute is the researchers. We have almost 253 researchers, out of which 164 are students in the campus, and others are project associates and research associates, who are the heart and soul of any project, and they are ably mentored by the scientists. And we also have contractual workers around 130 or 120, and we have a 47 acres campus. So what you see on the picture on the right is the aerial view of CSIR MTech. It's a very beautiful campus, a 47 acres campus, and we operate from this campus in Chandigarh. So our philosophy is that science drives technology and technology drives science, because we strongly believe that, science and technologies are feeders for one another, propelling both the statements forward. Scientific knowledge allows us to build the new technologies, and new technologies inspire us to break new grounds in science. And how do we do it? We do it because we have a state-of-the-art R&D infrastructure, whether it is bioinformatics, whether it's biomolecular SACs, whether it's mass spectrometry, or it's a certified GMP facility, or X-ray crystallography, or animal facility in BSL-3. And I'll tell you some of these as I move in the presentation, that how this has been able to help us during challenging times like the pandemic, or the COVID-19 times, or other things, where we have made use of these facilities to the maximum possible extent. So this is our philosophy. As I said, for us, basic research and services feed on each other. There are few areas which we have identified that our core group, our peer-reviewed scientists, work on basic research in fields like antimicrobial resistance, bacterial genomics and genetics, host pathogen interaction, evolution, metagenomics, microbiome, biochemistry, structural biology, and bioinformatics. And the services, so microbial type culture collection, which is a very important center at CSIR MTech, then the fermentation division, the biochemical engineering, and we have a very well-equipped animal facility, and the instrumentation service division, which takes care of the procurement of new equipments and the upkeep of the equipments. So this is how we are arranged at the institute level. So this is the MTech infrastructure on a whole. As I also initially mentioned, that these are some of the things which not only the scientists of MTech use, but under the new CSIR analytic facility, we also encourage sharing of our resources with other researchers. So we have the students visiting us, we have the students, the faculty from the neighboring institutes who do not have some of the equipments. They also make use of our infrastructure, and through this high-end infrastructure, our scientists are able to carry out the research. So as I said, microbial type culture collection, MTCC, which is recognized by International Depository Authority. This is the first IDA in India, 7th in Asia, and 34 IDA in the world. So this is like India's biobank. You have all around collection of over 14,000 strains at one place, and the various research components of the MTCC under which they operate are microbial taxonomy, microbial diversity and ecology, microbial genomics, and metagenomics. So these are the three core R&D components of the MTCC. And of these 14,000 strains, majority of these are from the bacteria and the fungi cultures, which we supply to various researchers, various groups, various project groups, not only in India, but globally. And MTCC till now has supplied more than 1 lakh microbial cultures to researchers globally. So if you look at the impact of having this kind of a facility, not only from MTech's perspective, but from a perspective of India and globally, it's huge. MTCC probably has three main functions. One is the repository, which they have for bacteria, plasmids, yeast, and fungi. And the second is the services component. One is definitely the supply of microbes. The second is the microbial services. Dr. Venkatramana, who is present in this meeting, he's from the MTCC, so probably he also takes care of many of these things. So microbial services, one is the identification, then is the phenotypic characterization, then multi-biotyper analysis, then genotypic. Other services that we offer are lyophilization, DNA isolation, and then there are some sponsored activities which we take in different business models. We can have them as a service model, we can have as a technical services project, we can have as a sponsored project. We also take some sponsored activities for antimicrobial testing, for isolation and characterization of microbes, and for microbial contamination testing. I think this must be important from the food industry point of view. So probably these are the services that you can find on MTCC's website also. MTCC is associated with various regulatory authorities, just to further their mission. They have a strategic tie-ups with National Biodiversity Authority, recognized microbial repository for submission of strains. We are also part of the WIPO, which authorizes deposition and maintenance of microbial strains involved in IPR and patents. MTCC also has a strategic tie-up with the BIS for formulation and assessment of microbial-based assays, Bureau of Indian Standards, development of PCR-based pathogen detection in food samples, and then the IPC, which helps us in development of monographs for microbial assays with Indian isolates for the Indian industry. So all these strategic tie-ups have been drafted to help the industry to comply with the regulations and to have the regulations in place for MTCC. Then this is one of the latest entrants in our facility and infrastructure, which is the National Repository of Microbial Cell Banks for pharmaceutical products. So this has been supported by the National Biopharma Mission, Biotechnology under the BIRAC, under the Government of India's mission Innovate in India. And probably the mandate of the program is to accelerate and strengthen the academic industry collaborative mission of the Government of India, and for accelerating the discovery research to early development of biopharmaceuticals. This is one of its kind of the facility in country with CGMP and GLP like infrastructures, quality management and operational modules, and expected to contribute towards national missions like Make in India and Atmanirbhar Bharat in the biopharmaceutical domain. And this is going to be a very very good for industries and research organizations with globally, as it has globally recognized cell banks and expression systems, and shall be used for the development and production of biopharmaceuticals, which includes vaccines, biotherapeutics, biosimilars, etc. So the facility setup is complete and instrument procurement and commissioning of facilities underway. And we expect that the facility would be operational in next 3 to 4 months. So this is going to be a game changer as far as MTech is concerned. All facilities with respect to drug discovery, early development of biopharmaceuticals are under one roof. So this would I would urge MSME sectors who are participating in this meeting to take note of this. Then the reason why CSIR MTech was established, because at that point of time in '84 there was not very many good fermentation facilities, and fermentation is the heart and core of whatever we do. So the basis of establishing this organization was the first division that came up was the fermentation division. And our core competencies in BRPDC are microbial based fermentation based processes, and we have fermenters right from 1 liter to 500 liter. We have capabilities of development of batch and fed batch fermentation process. We have high cell density fermentation for recombinant bacteria and yeast strains, bioprocess engineering and scale up, GMP compliant facility for therapeutic proteins, downstream and purification, design and development of downstream process for diverse microbial metabolites, scale up of purification process for fermentation based molecules. And then we also have other platforms, platforms for monoclonal antibodies, platforms and bioprocess for vaccine development, and bioprocess for antibiotic discovery and proof of concept. So as I said, the title of my talk was Petri plate to pilot plant. This is the heart of what we do, from Petri plate to proof of concept to pilot plant, and we want to see the commercialization. And that is why you see the GMP facility also established in our fermentation division. So this is just to give you a snapshot of our BRPDC capabilities. We have fermenters of ranging from 1 liter, 5 liter, 15 liter, 50 liter to 500 liter. And then we also have the bioincubators for any kind of need from the industry. We have also developed clinical grade material for one of the streptokinase drugs that was developed here by one of the industry. this has been the, whenever MTech's story has to be written, definitely streptokinase will feature because, we have developed 4 generations of clot busters. And this was under the leadership of our former DG, Dr. Girish Sani, who has, very effectively brought out these 4 generations of clot busters. And these all generations of clot busters have been licensed out to the industry. So we have cost-effective natural streptokinase, which was marketed by Cadila as ST-Pace. Then we have the 2nd generation recombinant streptokinase marketed by the Shashun. Then third is the novel fibrin-specific clot buster, which is entered into the phase 2 clinical trials. It is India's first patented biotherapeutic molecule licensed to Nostrum. And we then have antithrombin thrombolytic clot busters with optimized half-life licensed to Nostrum USA. And one which I have not included in this, we also licensed out pegylated streptokinase in 2018, and probably the further work in taking it to commercialization level is going on. Then, as I said, we are there for solving the unmet needs of the industry, and this project we did under the PI of Dr. Anirban Rai Chaudhary, who was the PI of this project. We did it for IFB Agro, where we developed a process for alpha amylase production, which can compete with global benchmarks using wild type and recombinant strains. So as you know, there is a gap that majority of the enzymes are imported from China, and indigenous enzyme productions to enable Indian industries to compete in the global market. So through this project, we developed the entire process for them. We did this strategy, isolation and screening of strains, development of recombinant strain, process development, and assessment of quality parameters. And we have developed, successfully transferred this technology, bench scale technology, for alpha amylase production. And probably now it's at the commercial level. So these are some of the success stories that we wanted to highlight, that when we take an industry project, we ensure that we deliver on the promised objectives. Then, as I said, we during COVID-19, although with adversity it brought out opportunities, we have been successfully able to develop this vaccine, subunit protein-based vaccine, and probably the proof of concept is ready and for licensing for regulatory and clinical development. So we have successfully completed this project, and we are looking out for industrial partners to transfer this technology. Then we also take pride in helping the strategic sector. We did this project with Vikram Sarabhai Space Center, ISRO, where we developed, microbial consortia for biodegradation of ammonium perchlorate. Ammonium perchlorate is probably an unspent fuel that you see when the rocket goes up. So a lot of that is deposited in the VSSC site. And probably, this mission has directly helped the Make in India and the Atmanirbhar Bharat mission of the government of India, because developing these indigenous technologies, helps us to save the valuable foreign exchange, and plus it gives a confidence that some government laboratory based out of India is helping another government organization. So this is like interdisciplinary collaboration, and the project has been successfully completed. So we are trying to help the strategic sector also through microbial intervention. This is the clientele that I'm trying to give about the BRPDC. We have who's and who of the industry. We have right from IFB Agro to XLX Biopolymer. Each industry has come up with a different set of problem statements, and we have tried to successfully execute the project. We also undertake projects under service mode. We run fermenters for them. We have the downstream processing facility. So all these Panesia Biotech, Bharat Starch, Quad Life Sciences, Chemical Resources, Big Tech, these projects were undertaken in services mode. And the left ones that you see are the R&D projects. These are some of our portfolio, as far as the drugs are concerned. In infectious disease, we have hits from tuberculosis and F-flex pumps in gram negatives. We also work under neurodegenerative diseases. We have the hits for the Parkinson's disease. Under microbiome, we have the discovery project for IBD. And diagnostics, we have for typhoid, preterm birth detection kit, then hair sacs for breast cancer, and cardiovascular disease, which we said for streptokinase. So this is our, in a snapshot, our drug portfolio and where we are right now. We have a rich patent portfolio. We ensure that when we transfer it to the industry, it is probably protected by the patents. And in just to give you a glimpse of the last 5 years, in the last 5 years, MTech has filed around 25 patents in India. 76 have been filed abroad, 8 have been granted in India, and 52 have been granted abroad. And these 25 patents, if I were to categorize them, 14 are from the product category, 6 are from diagnostic, 3 are the process patents, and 2 are the method of treatment. And if you look, if I were to give you a thumb statistics, around 6 to 7% of your total patent portfolio gets licensed out across the globe. And we have filed 25 patents, and I'm happy to share with you that 8 have been granted and 2 have been already licensed out. So pegylated streptokinase has been licensed out to Epigen, which is one of the Mumbai-based companies, and second is the Oniosome, which is one of the Chandigarh-based companies, which is a first non-invasive premature birth detection kit. So both these technologies have been licensed out to the industry, and the work is going on to for further commercialization and bringing it to the market. Now, this is a very important slide, because we have dealt with industries as per their needs, and we believe that each industry has their own needs, and we build a business model as per the needs as well as the requirement of the industry. So, Institute has signed deals worth more than 30 crores with more than 40 industry in the last 5 years, and we plan to continuously engage with industries for various R&D projects. So let me just give you this with Merck. With Merck, we have a unique collaboration under the public-private partnership mode, which is one of its first kind of collaboration under a CSIR setup, where we have set up a high-end collaboration, high-end skill development center in collaboration with Merck, where our scientists mentor the students. They also help in designing the coursework, and all the infrastructure, equipments, and everything is being provided by Merck. ISRO, I already told you. And then the Asian Paints, Aditya Birla, Kentaro, Berger Paints, we had these projects for antiviral efficacy testing, which I'll share you in the subsequent slides. So probably right from multinationals to MSMEs to startups to to strategic sector companies, we deal with each and every company, and we modify our business models based on the need and the paying capacity of the company. Now, these are some of the technology service projects. As I said that, we have done a project for this anti-tuberculosis compounds with Zydus Cadila. We have successfully completed this project, and probably 4 to 5 chemical entities have been identified with anti-TB activity, and all the objectives, as you see, right from screening to cell viability to dose response curves to biochemical assays to cytotoxicity and generation of resistance strains to dormancy assay and in vivo profiling, as well as the animal studies. Everything has been done at CSIR MTech, and right now Zydus Cadila is taking this project ahead with a mission to bring it into the market. We have also established antiviral screening against SARS-CoV-2. We have established SARS-CoV-2 cultures against Wuhan, Delta, and Omicron variants. We have the antiviral screening using the cell line based assays on compounds and products. And probably, when the COVID-19 was going on, we had a lot of demand from the industries to test their products for different, for different lines. So suppose we had to test product for disinfectant, for UV based equipments, for paints, for other things. So we had established this, these assays were established and tested in the BSL-3 laboratory, because in the northern region of India, you don't have many laboratories except for 1 or 2, which have this biosafety level 3 laboratory where these SARS-CoV-2 pathogens are worked upon. So probably, we have established this antiviral screening, and we have helped the industry during the times of COVID pandemic. We have also done antiviral compound screening, right from 350 compounds, received from various institutes, government institutes, from various private institutes, from various R&D institute. We have, more than 60 potential SARS-CoV-2 inhibitors out of 320 screened compounds have been shortlisted, and we have helped over a dozen research institutes in testing efficacy of their molecules. So that's the impact of our work that our scientists are trying to do over here. I take pride, when I say that products tested by CSIR MTech for antiviral efficacy have been commercialized and are now available in the market. So you have the Kent RO systems, you have the Godrej ViroShield Shield disinfectant system, you have the liquid sanitizers. These are some of the products probably from the MSMEs. So the AI, as you see, this AIT Researcher Private Limited was a startup from IIT Kanpur. We did antiviral testing for them. Not only antiviral, we also did antifungal testing for them. And they successfully, this product is launched in the market. So we have helped out the industry, because of which their products are now in the market with the claims that this product is 99% effective or 98% effective, or what are the time points against which it is effective. All those claims have been verified by CSIR MTech. So I take pride when these things come out in the market. Then probably this is the work of Dr. Anirban Rai Chaudhary, who is probably working on food related areas and polysaccharides. The highlight of his work is that all the polysaccharides that he's trying to work are natural. These are biodegradable, these are non-toxic, these are biocompatible and FDA approved. So you have 4 sets of work probably in different phases where Dr. Anirban Rai Chaudhary is working. So one is encapsulate probiotic spores as a fortification strategy for development of novel functional beverages. Then second is the gel and composite hydrogel for in vitro delivery of encapsulated bioactive compounds. Then third is the exopolysaccharide based nanoemulsion formation for encapsulation and delivery of astaxanthin, and biotechnological production of nanonutraceuticals and their applications in development of functional foods. So this project basically targets for the fruit industry waste utilization. So these are in different phases, but definitely we have received a lot of interesting responses from the industry to take it ahead, and we would be happy to collaborate in any one of them if you are interested. So this was the center that I was telling that this is our societal objectives, that the Merck High-End Skill Development Center, which is established in MTech. The vision is to support, enable and facilitate life science researchers in India by providing access to state-of-the-art tools and techniques. And we train students in different diverse areas of drug discovery, affordable healthcare, fast and accurate diagnostics, agriculture, biotechnology. And till December 2022, we have trained more than 12,000 students, and almost 1,000 university and college students have participated. More than 75 webinars are conducted, and we had the Honorable Minister, then Honorable Minister for Science and Technology, Dr. Harshvardhan, visiting this center and appreciating the center's efforts. So we are also open to public-private partnership mode, which you don't often see in a public sector enterprise. Then, as initially it was mentioned that you also undertake some training programs. We can also explore, joint training programs with Chamber for Advancement of Small and Medium Businesses. We, undertake the skill integrated initiative, under which various dissertation programs, data analytics program, or probably we have the training on the fermentation or MTCC training programs, or the animal house programs. These programs are conducted throughout the year under different project leaders, and we would be happy to collaborate and invite participants to participate in any of these programs, which are really good, as they are probably conducted by the industry experts, the PI over here, and you get an ecosystem, R&D ecosystem, which is unparalleled. So with this, I will stop, and probably I'll stop sharing. But before I leave, I'll share you a video, because I believe seeing is believing. So just to give you a glimpse of an MTech in a very small 2-minute capsule, I'll just share a video quickly. Can you see this?
Yes, we can see.
Microbial technology specializes in delivering innovative solutions for India's medical and societal needs. INTEC is Asia's pioneering research and development institute, serving the nation for the last 3 decades. Energized with highly motivated scientists, supported by well-trained technical staff and graduate students, and a truly world-class R&D ambience, INTEC is one of the youngest of the 37 national laboratories of the Council of Scientific and Industrial Research in India. Scientists at CSIR INTEC are actively conducting research in the areas of antibiotic drug discovery, the human microbiome, virology, and biotherapeutics. The aim is to provide innovative solutions to eradicate infectious diseases and offer human microbiome and panaceas for various human diseases. CSIR Intech houses India's Microbial Biobank, a recognized international depository and supplier of microbial and clinical cultures, MTCC. This is the first International Depository Authority, IDA, in India. MTCC also conducts world-class research in areas of microbial taxonomy, genomics, and metagenomics. Also, CSIR Imtech has a state-of-the-art GMP-certified national facility for protein and biochemical engineering, which is well equipped with excellent fermentation and downstream processing facilities and supported by various analytical equipments for production of protein-based therapeutics, new biopharmaceuticals, including various versions of streptokinase and currently its lead molecule in clinical testing. Bioinformatics and Big Data Analytics Center is one of 9 centers created in India and has developed world-class prediction methods of immunoinformatics, therapeutic peptides, and drug target identification, and attract about 1 million hits on its web service per month. CSIR Imtech has been in forefront of developing new drugs and vaccines for various infectious diseases like tuberculosis and hospital-based infections. With great elan and confidence, CSIR Intech continues its path-breaking journey of exploring new frontiers in life sciences by establishing new partnerships with industry and academia.
क्या डव में सचमुच क्रीम है? चलिए इसे टेस्ट करते हैं। हमने एक स्पंज को साबुन में धोया और दूसरे को डव में। साबुन वाला साइड ड्राई है, डव वाला साइड सॉफ्ट और क्रीमी है। डव में है 1/4 मॉइस्चराइजिंग क्रीम जो करे साबुन जैसी सफाई और क्रीम जैसी देखभाल।
Hello. Thank you, Dr. Manoj. Sir, you are on mute. Huh?
So I'm done now. I just, that was the last part of that video, but I think somehow that ad started playing.
No problem, sir. Thank you for your excellent presentation. It was interesting that we started with almost 50 participants and almost all of them are here. Nobody left in the last 15 minutes. So we can open it up to any Q&A, any questions that I see. Few students also from ICT, Institute of Chemical Technology, few other familiar faces. So feel free to unmute, tell your name and what your question is.
Hello, good evening. I'm H. Singh, actually, from Chandigarh. Very nice presentation it was. I'm an advocate also. I was just looking at this Petri plate to pilot plant initiative. I was looking at the title.
Yes.
Is there going to be anything about that too?
So that's basically, probably Petri dish, probably where cells can be cultured, and pilot plant where the proof of concept, more than proof of concept, you develop at a scale where the industry is interested to transfer the technology. So it's
okay.
a process. I showed it in one of the slides that from Petri plate, it's proof of concept to its pilot plant, and then the ultimate goal is the commercialization. So, what we, by that title, what we mean is that we are here to provide end-to-end solutions. ऐसा नहीं है कि that we have developed something at the lab level and then probably we leave it to the industry to take it ahead. we ensure that we take it to a level where, we in industry parlance or in the R&D parlance, we call it as a technology readiness level. So probably the industry is interested in taking the technology when it reaches a TRL level of 5 or 6. And only then they are ready to take it, get it transferred from the R&D institution, and then develop it and then take it ahead for further clinical trials or something. So that is what we mean from Petri plate to pilot plant, is that we don't stop at the lab level. We take it ahead. That's the crux of the title.
Nice. So this is a pharmaceutical and nutraceutical companies initiative, mostly focused on.
Which one for us?
Petri plate to pilot plant is for pharmaceutical and nutraceutical companies.
Manoj, Lord
Yes,
Manoj, let me pitch in. Hi, Dr. Singh. This is Dr. Anirban this side.
Yes, sir.
I am a scientist in CSIR IMTech. We are a microbial technology institute, and the concept which we are trying to put up here is you show me it in your lab, we can show it in your plant. Petri, that's why we are using the term Petri dish to pilot plant and then further to market. It is true for any kind of microbial fermentation based products. Am I clear to you?
Yes, sir. Very kind of you.
Thank you.
Very kind of you.
See, CSIR is a government body, government initiative, and they have 37 laboratories all over India. And this laboratory is IMTech, where microbiological technology, fermentation technology is a key focus. And Dr. Anirban, you can correct me whether. Similarly, we have lab, like I'm sitting in Mumbai, there's National Chemical Laboratory. I think I saw another oceanography.
Yes, sir. It's in Goa. It's in Goa.
My question again is that how can I help you in the public at large? Is there anything I could do in helping you in Chandigarh? I'm also from Chandigarh. My father retired from CFTRI, Mysore.
Mm-hmm. So you come from CSIR family in that sense.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So it's nice to be in touch with you. CSIR actually encompasses almost every aspect of life. If you look into CSIR, the voting ink which we use right now every day during election, that is
Yes,
being
sir.
developed by CSIR. The Swaraj tractor, that is being developed by CSIR. There are so many other things we can give you example. Now here what we intend to here what we do, we actually, if you can, yes, it will be nice help from us, because the purpose of today's talk of Dr. Tripathi is actually to highlight what CSIR is doing and what specifically IMTech can do. And I believe word of mouth spreads faster than anything else. If you can talk us about the facility and the expertise we have in our CSIR IMTech among your friends and family circle, that will be fantastic help for us.
Very true, sir. Very kind of you. I talk to the industry, also food industry, regularly, and I will pitch you and your services across. Very kind of you, sir.
Thank you. Thanks.
We have our website also, sir, under which you will find various technologies or various programs that are being conducted. So probably you can also refer students for various training programs also, as I told you, and definitely for R&D endeavors, as Dr. Anirban was pointing out.
Done. Good. Thank you. I will do that.
Sir, I have a question.
Yes, sir. Please go ahead, sir.
Sir, we are, biological indicators which are used for sterilization. So we are working on those products, and for biological indicators, D-value testing, you require a machine called biological indicator evaluation registometer. So this device is not available in India. And this is a very costly device. So is it? Is there any way through CSIR or anything? Can it be made available or at institute? Are there any schemes?
Rajat, thank you so much for your interest. Actually, we use biological indicators to understand whether the system has been sterilized or not. We do use it. However, we are not not an institute which actually makes machine. There are institutes which makes this kind of machines. Probably Manoj will help you to get in connection with CSIO or some other people, where from you can actually get such kind of machines made in India and then use it. So Manoj, you may help with them, please.
Yes, yes. So we have a sister laboratory, Central Scientific Instrument Organization in Chandigarh only, CSIO, which is into all sorts of, making these instruments, high-end equipments and instruments which are not, available in India. So probably you can connect with them. I can give you the contact. You can visit the CSIO website also, and there probably you can connect. If you don't get it, I will also help you out in that.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. But sir, these are like this is not a product which is resold. This is only required for D-value testing. So it is like the biological indicator manufacturers will go to a lab where this device will be available. And what I understand, the device is something cost something into crores, and that is why it is not available in India. And the reason being there is no manufacturer for biological indicator in India is not availability of this type of testing equipments.
If I'm not wrong, I mean, hello. Can I interrupt?
Yes, Dr. Venkat, please go ahead.
Yeah, actually, though we do not have such instruments to test, but we have biological controls such as a geobacillus spores and geobacillus strains, with which we evaluate if somebody has some company or somebody has made some biological indicators for sterilization, we will be able to test them and evaluate.
Right, sir. Sir, the issue, if I don't know if this is the right platform to discuss, but sir, the issue is the industry requires ISO 11138 standard, and ISO 11138 standard says you have to get D-value tested through BIR vessel, that is registometer vessel.
Okay.
So is there?
No,
I want
Rajat,
to know if there is any government scheme is available for this type of. If we want to make it available in any government laboratory, any instrument.
If you want to get it tested through BIS recommended standards, then NAVL accreditation laboratory is the best one.
Okay.
Rajat, can you ask your question again, please?
Okay, sorry, sir. What I was asking is there any government scheme or anything possible through which this type of equipment can be made available at any of the government laboratory?
Which equipment?
The same, sir. This biological indicator evaluation registometer, which is required for D-value testing as per ISO standard, ISO 11138 standard.
So probably you can get a better answer from the CSIO counterparts who deal day in and day out on these issues. So probably if you don't get, I will definitely give you a contact. I'll pass it to the Chamber for Advancement of Small and Medium Businesses, and you can take it from them.
Fine, sir. Thank you.
So Nilesh, I will be leaving. So let me congratulate you once again.
Yes, sir. Thank you very much. And thank you for your support.
Yeah.
Thank you for the IMTech support.
Okay.
Dr.
So
Manoj did a fantastic presentation.
You guys continue.
Yes, sir.
I'll leave. Once again, congratulations and best wishes. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Doctor. Thank you, Dr. Neil.
Yeah. We can also wrap up. Dr. Manoj, if you are comfortable, maybe you can put your email address in the chat box if anybody wants to connect offline with you.
I will.
Yeah, so that they can take it one-on-one with you directly.
Yes. So I've already typed in my email ID, and anybody, for any type of a project or service may probably get in touch with me. I'm from the business development division, so I'll take it from there, ahead from there.
Okay, perfect. So maybe since we have crossed 5 o'clock, Diksha, do you want to
Yeah.
vote of thanks? Yeah.
Yes. Hello. Thank you, Manoj Tripathi sir. Thank you for a great presentation. And thank you everyone for joining. I would like to thank Venkat sir and also Anirban sir. And if you have any doubts, you have his email ID and our contact details. So I'll thank you so much, and the session is ended. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Nilesh, and thank you,
Yeah.
ma'am.
Thanks a lot.